when you're in New York City, there are like streams of cops that only do counterfeit squad. They come in, they get all these counterfeit bags, they sweep them up, they take the people to jail.
Yeah.
Music is the same thing. There are people out there who monetize your music and make sure that you get paid for it. You cannot just put a song in a commercial and not pay me. You cannot just play my song in that bar and not pay me.
Hi, I'm Keon Johnston. Welcome to Experience the One podcast, where we talk about truth, we talk about love, we talk about passion. Today's guest, we have a music phenomenon. This lady has written songs for Alicia Keys, Jay-Z, Britney Spears, Rihanna, Melanie, Fiona, and many more. She's crossed genres between hip-hop, R&B, soca, reggae. I'd like to introduce the amazing Angela Hunte.
Well, thank you. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for coming. How should I say this? I drove down.
You did.
To come and find you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted you to come on this platform really, really bad because I believe that a lot of people hear the songs but don't know the face behind a lot of these projects. So you were somebody I wanted to get really, really bad.
Wow. I appreciate that, first of all. Like, yeah, I do my fair share of interviews, but I don't think people are ready. It's hard to just put everything in one interview because it's so much I've done. It's so much things about me that people don't know because, I would say I'm kind of private. Not because, I want to be private, but just because I feel like the greatest things that I've done are yet to come. My greatest, accolade to this day is my children and being married to my husband. So I feel like I haven't done like what I really want to do yet. So I don't really revel in what I've done. I just kind of go, the best is yet to come.
Oh. Well, I'm excited for you because I believe you're a gift to the music industry.
Thank you.
That's how I feel.
Thank you so much.
Your music, how should I say this? It reflects a lot of deep emotion.
Mm.
How do love and passion influence your songwriting?
Well, I'm passionate about being a musician and an artist, first of all. So you're very misunderstood because when you start delving into music, you're so passionate. And it just comes organically and naturally. Like, people don't realize, like, I could be working with someone or it could be me, and I walk in and I could have had a day. I could have had an argument. I could have watched a couple have an argument. I could have had a friend that's having an issue with their significant other. And, I honestly believe, like, I'm a messenger. And so most of my songs, I believe, are not me. They just come through me because the way they are just delivered, and I'm just delivering a message, and I'm inspired by so much love and passion that's around me. So it's easy for me to, just put that into my music because it's just organic. Yeah. It's just how it has to be. Like, I have to invoke the goal for me personally as a singer-songwriter, as an artist, is to invoke emotion. Whether you cry, whether you laugh, or even if you hate it, that's okay too. Yeah. But I didn't make you go, it was okay, which is not.
No.
That's not what you want. Like, because that means you just don't even care either way. Like, I would rather somebody have some sort of emotion about it.
Well, as someone who has worked with many artists, what role does love play in your collaboration?
Which love we talking about? Good love, bad love? I mean, love is everything to me because it's something you never stop learning about. Every time you think you're there, you reach another new level of love. And then, like, when you get to that new level of love, you're so grateful for it. Yeah. So it's just like music. I think music, you never stop. like every day I wake up and I could hear a new sound or something new that I'm doing to my voice. It's the same way I feel about love. Gotcha. Like just when I feel like, oh yeah, I got this, I'm like, oh my God, that's an emotion I've never felt before. And it does absolutely just go into the music immediately. That's how I express myself.
Gotcha. Well, I think you do an amazing job. I mean, just watching you perform is just like, okay, this is something different. But
yeah, you know, where we met, I wasn't even supposed to perform. I was just, you know, there to just lend support for a group of guys that are doing great things in the community, and I think they should be supported. And I don't care if it's 5 people or 500,000 people. People are people. And people were looking at me like, you gonna get up there and sing? And I'm like, well,
did an amazing job.
I was like, listen, I love it. Like, you know, some people would have said, oh no, absolutely not. This is not a part of the contract that we came up with. We're not performing. It's not a big deal. I don't care. It brought a smile on so many people's face that day, and that's all that matters to me. That I'm able to do that. Performing is something I've done since I was 6 years old. It is the most favorite part, aside from local producing, of what I do for me.
So finding purpose through your music, can you share how you discover the purpose in music and how it aligns you with your personal values around the love and passion?
You so deep.
We're going to dive deep into this.
Okay. Well, it's a journey. Right? It's a journey. I know I've been on a journey. So at first I knew I had this talent, and I knew that, I just want everybody to see what I can do. That's kind of like your first half. You're just proving yourself. You're like, I just want to get out there. You're hungry, and you just like want to show all the things that you could do with these gifts that you have. Yeah. But as you grow, and as you experience things, and I was lucky enough to travel the world as a singer-songwriter and artist, and be in all these different scenarios and meet all these different idiosyncrasies all at the same time, you start to change. Your purpose starts to change. I'm at a point in my career where it's not about what I put out, but it's what I do with what I put out and what my voice does now. That's the purpose. That's what I was looking for, and I didn't know at the time, because you're so young and you want to make the money, and you want to get the cuts, and you want to get the hits, and you're just like, I was very, 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 and still am. I'm very competitive, extremely competitive. My nickname in the studio was Gunner. Okay. So Gunner is like the guy in the army that's on the tank. He's like the last person, supposed to be the last person standing. When everyone else is out, he's still trying to cover his men. He has no target. Everything is his target. And so they used to be like, Angela's like that. She just come in the studio and she'd be like, you out, you out, you out. Everybody out. Whoever thought they was coming in this room to write a song, they're out. And I mean, that's a part of competition, and it's a part of our purpose. But then your journey, you have kids, and then things happen in the world that affects you, and it affects your music, and you start looking at things differently, and you start writing differently, whether you know it or not. Yeah. And it's up to you to embrace that change. It's not like you have to, okay, now I have to write songs that have purpose. I just have to say things that come from my heart, and that means something to me, because if I believe it, then you will believe it, right? And they will believe it, and they will know that I'm sincerely coming from the heart with whatever it is I'm trying to say. And then I don't feel like I'm trying to prove myself so much. I'm just telling you how I feel. So that's the journey that, and the purpose that whether you're on it or not, this is where you end up at some point. And I don't know what's to come, but I'm still on the journey trying to figure that out.
Basically, you just took my next question. Navigating the industry, challenges, the music industry can be tough, especially for a woman, So how have you maintained the passion for the music and the love for your craft despite the challenges you faced?
You can fall in and out of love with music. You can love it one minute and you can hate it. It's just like a bad boyfriend or girlfriend. Because it's not. Yes, it is hard being a woman.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's also hard being a male in this industry as well. I have had to constantly remind myself why I'm doing this.
Wow.
Because that's the way I stay in it. I have never wanted to give up. I have never wanted to throw in the towel, but I've definitely been angry. Like, I'm working and I'm doing so much and I'm trying to be seen so I can share these words with people, and the business gets in the way so much of the creativity. And then you wake up one day and you realize, oh my God, this is like 90% business and like 5% creativity. Wow. And that's sad. Mm-hmm. But you got to give yourself a second to get angry, get mad, but you can't sit there. You can't sit in that.
So basically you have to embrace every emotion.
Oh, of course. You have to embrace every thing that you feel about the industry. Like, your own people can do you dirty. You can go somewhere and think you have the support, and you're looking at the supporters. I don't like to say fans. I say supporters because they're supporting you. Yeah. That want to hear your music, but the DJs won't play it, or the other artists are just being, just, pardon my French, like assholes to you, and you're like taking it out on the supporters because of what the people in the industry are doing to you. And it's just, you have to find a balance of like, look, and I think that balance is, I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna put out my music because that's why I started this. Yeah. And I remember being really young in the business going, I don't care who's listening. I don't care where I got to go to sing it. I don't care if I'm singing in a club in Alaska. Remember when you said that? Okay. So don't forget that. Yeah. If it's one person or if it's 1 million people, I'm putting out my music and I'm happy with that. I don't need validity from anyone. No one should want validity from anyone. You should just want to be out there and give it to the people. If you do that, then the people will receive it.
You know what? I agree. So basically, you know what? You're just walking in your greatness.
Only you can do that. Mm-hmm. You can't allow people to put greatness on you, because I was taught by my family, not just my mom, my family, my tribe. In order to be great, Angela, you have to allow others to be great around you. And although some of your mentors and people you looked up to didn't do that for you, make sure you do not do that to anyone else. Have I allowed others to be great and they have fallen? They have, because they weren't ready yet. Gotcha. But I will never suppress someone around me. Like, you want to write? Okay, let's write. You ready? Sure you ready? Because we're about to find out.
I'm going to say this. I see greatness in you so much because you affect so many lives around you. Mm-hmm. And I believe you're only great if you could affect the people around you.
Absolutely.
So your greatness is shining bright. Your light is shining.
Thank you. I worked really hard on that, and I really worked hard to embrace that type of love. And, there's so many people that I have affected with my work. And you don't know that until years in, and people just start coming up to you and they're like, oh, when I was, in this class and you were teaching in my class, and had people come up to me from master classes that I taught, and they was like, you told me this, and you told me to, if I approach it like this, and now I'm here, and now I work at this label, and now, I've been putting out my own music. That is amazing for me. Or if I can inspire more importantly for me, it's my diaspora. So I constantly say, like, I was that little girl with a brush in my backyard in Barataria in Trinidad singing. And I say that, and I say it all the time, because I want people, there's a little girl in the Caribbean right now, doesn't matter where. It doesn't have to be Trinidad and Tobago. Correct. anywhere, because we are one Caribbean, who wishes that she could touch the world, not just her island.
Every island.
Every island in every country, and that is possible. Rihanna knew what she wanted to do. And we're not telling these girls and boys that you can dream past this place right here. You can do exactly what you're doing and touch the world. There was no doubt in my mind that I can do and incorporate soca music into my music and people will not love it. Why not?
Yeah.
Of course it's possible.
Well, look how much genres you crossed already.
Well, I think that is a part of the experience.
Yeah.
And I like reggae was, they did that and did that well. They knew that we have this patois, we have this way that we talk, we gotta make it digestible. And then we're gonna reel them back into the culture.
Gotcha.
And to me, that's kind of like what I did with Party Done. It was very digestible and people was like, oh, I can relate to this. I'm like, but you're still listening to soca music. Well, Party Done was a mixture of a lot. It was a little bit of bachata, it was a little salsa, you know, with the it was a lot going on in not Party Done, Mon Bon Ami. And people were just ready to listen to something new. You know, sometimes I think in soca music, they don't really understand it as a person on the outside looking in on it. They want in so bad, but sometimes it's a little hard because it's just so much going on and they're trying to just catch the rhythm, catch the wave, catch the vibe, catch what's going on, catch the words, catch the dialect, you know, and sometimes you just kind of like got to give it to people in a way where they could get it. And then they want to know everything about it. They want to know where it came from. They want to know the history. They want to know what came before this. And that's what I try to do. And I have a lot of people who had never heard a soca song in their life, but heard Party Done and then came back and was like, oh, I went back and I learned about Kitchener and I learned about Sparrow. And that makes me happy.
So soca to the world.
Why not?
Of course. We need a genre.
Listen, I tell the people all the time and they know I am in the business of music, not the music business.
Gotcha.
And in order to do that, you have to put out songs all year.
Yeah.
In order to be called a genre, in order to be considered a genre, and that's a fact. So you got to put out music. You got to put out music all year so there's a large body of music. That's the only way the music community considers you a genre.
Well, we got people like Machel, Montano, lyrical.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ricardo Drew.
Sure.
We got Patrice Roberts.
Sure.
We have so many big soca artists. Why can't we get a genre?
They're not putting out records all year. They're putting out records for one season.
You know
so,
what?
and anybody who wants to, I mean, the only person I've seen who like put out records is Fiona and Bungie, like all the time. They don't care. They'll drop a record in June, February, March, September.
Bungie crossed over too.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think also too because he thinks outside the box and they don't hold themselves to what you think you have to do. Yeah. Just because somebody say, hey, it's Carnival, you know, gotta get ready to get your records ready. So why can't I put a record out in November, December, October? Why does it have to be for a Carnival?
Yeah, correct.
That's what they said. But if I did everything that somebody told me to do, I would never be where I am today.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to lie. Bungie's one of my favorite artists.
Me too.
Shout out to the Viking and Vi Queen.
Absolutely. Both of them because
they complement each other.
Yeah, well, I respect the mind of their own. They have a mind of their own and they move in their own greatness and they don't try to get any validity from anybody else. No. They just want to be themselves and they just want to put out music, and that should be supported. Yeah, it should be supported. I feel like if you heard music from the people you love, no matter who it is, who that person is, we have to support them. Yeah, I don't listen to music on YouTube. I go to whatever it is and I buy it. Yeah, I buy it. That's supporting. Correct. Because I don't know what people think, but this is not an industry where you make a lot.
The streaming platform now, how do y'all make money off the streaming platform? Because
you really don't. You really don't. We're getting 0.000000 to the dollar.
Wow.
You're streaming before. I'll put it simply to you, and for up and coming artists, so they understand what has happened and where we are. And we're not talking 20, 30 years. We're talking only 10, 7, 8 years ago. You would put out a record, the record would do amazing on radio, especially. You get royalties, you get mechanicals, you get things of that nature, whether it's in a movie, whether it's just playing on the radio all the time. You know, those checks could be 100,000, 50,000, 38,000, 19,000, whatever, but they were hefty is what is my point. Okay? You watched when streaming started to come in, they slowly declined. So me personally, all my records were subpoenaed to see how this decrease has happened. So I don't care about saying this. This is something that I don't care. You know, you had checks that was like 400,000 that went to 40,000.
Wow.
From 40,000 to 400.
That's crazy.
We are not able to see what the streamers are making because we are judged by 3 judges who decide what is the percentage we as songwriters get. They don't get that. They get to pick the percentage they want. And whatever's left goes to us. Now, although streaming has been great, it's such a type of thing. It's very hard because you can stream a lot and not make a lot at all. And you're like, oh my God, but I'm streaming a lot. And it's like, but because it's what we're being paid. You know, so it's such a hard situation because you can do so well and you can be seen in other platforms. But now as like even like an independent, and I know a lot of my independents, which 90% of us are.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be signed to a conglomerate anymore. Who wants to do that? That makes no sense, especially when we can do it this way. But they have found a way to go, oh, y'all want to put out your own records? We're going to tax y'all on everything. Where as of time you weren't paying for DSPs, you got DSP menus. Well, we're going to put your song up, but we're only going to put it up for 2 months and you're going to owe us this much. Like, it's crazy how they are finding ways for independents to pay for everything. And people don't realize, like, as an independent, so I'm an independent, I have a label with my partner, DJ Buddha. We put out our own records. We're paying for everything, which is the admin. You know, when we're doing videos, every time we bust a move, it's costing. We're not seeing that back in the streaming. We're lucky we stream a lot because we have in our personal catalogs. I mean, Buddha has done from Michael Jackson to Pitbull to J-Lo. He's done a lot. And I've done a lot as well. And we're lucky in that aspect. But if we didn't have our catalogs behind us, when the world stopped, because it did for COVID, what happens to my peers who only do shows for a living? Which is the soca community.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important that your craft is your business. So you gotta really know the business of music and where everything's coming, where all the streaming is coming from, and really get to the root of how are you going to make money doing this. And that's the one thing that I've always tried to bring back to the Caribbean, so we can have a larger sense of business, not just like, man, you know, I want to put out music and it's like, okay, well, the principles here are like, let's set up your foundation.
Yeah.
Let's get you with a company that's, you know, going to provide you with a cover of where, make sure you're getting paid for your music. You know, when I first stepped foot back onto the island, I came in as a writer who was sent basically, I can't say by who, but it was very top.
Yeah.
To basically tell the Caribbean, you got to pay for music. When you're in New York City, there are like streams of cops that only do counterfeit squad. They come in, they get all these counterfeit bags, they sweep them up, they take the people to jail.
Yeah.
Music is the same thing, per se. There are people out there who monetize your music and make sure that you get paid for it. You cannot just put a song in a commercial and not pay me. You cannot just play my song in that bar and not pay me. So you're going to get your mail and tell the mailman, well, you're just going to deliver the mail for free? No, that's not how it works.
No, I get it.
That's not how it works. So, unfortunately, this is such a business where people just want it so bad. And I get why. Yeah. They want to just share their talent. They want to just, music is such a artful, creative thing. They just want to put it out there. They don't care. They're like, oh, I don't care. I don't need this. I don't need that. But then when you start putting that out there and then you want to do more and you want to experience more, that's going to take, as we say in Brooklyn, dough cheese. Okay? It's going to take money. Yeah. And in order to do that, you got to just make sure you're doing this in a way where you can make money from this.
You just taught me a lot, because I would have never expect that in the music industry. But then thinking about it, I watch a lot of artists come into this business, and after they retire or they're broke, working a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I realize a lot of them have bad money management as well too.
I mean, can you really blame the management anymore when we have an internet where we can find any contract, have it broken down to us? Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can't find out. I mean, I can literally say, hey, what does my publisher do? You can put it in any chat, whatever. Yeah. And it will, there's no excuse for you not to understand what's happening. What exactly your lawyer doing? What exactly is your accountant doing? If you have a business manager, what is that business manager doing? Like, do I even need all that?
Correct.
And if I do need all that, who do I need? What's my pyramid? What's my team? For me, that's my lawyer and my accountant and my business manager and my music partner, Buddha. That's your
pyramid right there.
That's my pyramid right there. Because without them, I can't do this. And they cover me and they protect me that I am able to create, and I don't have to think about, what's going on? Is songs put in? It's like, my accountant be like, oh, no, you didn't miss this. I put it in extension. I got you. Did it like, it's always a your cover. Best interest, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's always your best interest. Like even when, I went to purchase a home, like my team Voltroned up. Like, we got you. That's not even what they're supposed to do, but their business is me.
That's a beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? So I wish to just share that with people so they can know, like, everybody's like, my team, my team. What does that really mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is your team working for you to make sure that you're able to sit in that studio for all the hours that you're going to do and say, hey, we got to take some money to the side and we got to put that away for healthcare? We don't have that. Yeah. This is not a company. You are the business. You are the company. You got to make sure, like, I got to be paying this healthcare bill every month because God forbid, what if something happens? I need to be, I need to be covered. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as much as like I love having conversations about music, to me, this is the side of it as well that people just need to know the reality of it.
The business.
We are our own 401k. We are our own healthcare system. I think it was just at the Grammys recently. I forgot her name. This girl, she went up there and that was her speech. She was like, next time you listen to a song, try to imagine somebody who sat in that studio for 13, 14, 15, 18 hours that whole day. Probably didn't eat. Probably barely got up to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
Got home late. Or even a person like me who has children and I'm in the studio for hours at a time. Or even when I was just clearing out a photo album. And it was literally like from the time my kids were born. And it was so many pictures of me in the studio and on tour. And, backstage with Machel, especially when I was with, that was like a 5-year run of just steady shows and tours. And I had 2 very, very small children at that time.
How do you navigate that?
My tribe, my mom, my friends, my family, my in-laws, my husband, who I don't want the women come for me when I say allowed, but he allowed me to be great. And he did that by going, just go. They don't even know who you are. And because as a mother, you like, oh my God, I'm breastfeeding and my babies. And he's like, your babies ain't gonna miss you. They have a loving grandparents. They have not everybody has this foundation. Yeah. Just go. Because what if you don't? You're gonna live in regret. You never know what could happen from this. So I had that foundation. So that allowed me to do it. And then my drive to be relentlessly in my greatness, because being in the studio all night, coming from a show from God knows where, then going to the studio, writing till literally break a day, just enough time to make my children something to eat, make them their lunch, and then take them to school, and then come home and do that all over again.
You're a superwoman.
You know what? There's a lot of times I felt I had that S on my chest, but there are women who do this every single day. And sometimes the husbands don't, and the boyfriends and whoever, and the baby daddies or whatever, they don't really realize how you do this sick. You do this whether you're in the greatest condition. You do this whether, hey, I wanted to just take some time to put a mask on my face today. And then you say, you know what? I'm just going to make them a great dinner. I'm going to skip the mask. And then we don't do that. You sacrifice so much as a woman that at some point in time, you gotta find a balance of, okay, I gotta take care. If I don't take care of me, then I can't take care of them. And I learned that, the hard way, by going for years of doing that and missing pivotal moments of sleep and just resting for a little bit. But you want to be a mama who takes care of everybody, your family, you take care of your artists that you're working with in the studio. I don't ever want to give somebody 50% of me. You know what I'm saying? I always want to give them the best of me. And in order to do that, you have to be relentlessly coordinated and driven. And the drive is what makes you shit ass tired. That's the thing that makes you just, because you constantly are giving your best in everything that you're doing. It's like working out. Do you lift the dumbbell? Like, no. Every time I got to get it the right way, or else what am I really doing? It's the same thing.
Well, it's paid off. I mean, how did you feel winning a Grammy, working with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
I feel and felt honored, because I never thought, coming where I come from Brooklyn, Flatbush, that I would ever be in, a realm like that, or even able to reach an accolade like that. That was such just a non-reality for me, because in my area, you just didn't make it out. You just stayed there. You either became a nurse or you worked at, Target, which is nothing wrong with that. This is all great. But as Caribbean, parents, everybody wants you to be a nurse. You're nothing if you don't become a good nurse. And I come from a family of nurses and, doctors. So everyone was like, I was the only one that was like, sing. Okay, so I never thought I would see that. But at the same time, with all the wow that comes with that, the reality set in, oh my God, I just spent 22 years getting here, and now I gotta do it all over again.
You made an anthem for New York.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to say that to yourself sometimes. Yo, buddy, you did it. It's okay. You don't gotta go back to the races right now, and you don't ever have to do it again. That's the pressure that people make you feel like you have to do. It's like, I don't have to do this again. I do not have to do this again. I've already done it. And that's one thing that I don't do in my career. It was like, you gonna give us another party then? No. what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something else,
Right.
and we're gonna do another sound, and we're gonna love it as much as we love that, because we gotta do something new.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I'm on my way to be doing more greater anthems.
So which next genre are you hitting? Is it Afro beats? Is it? I mean,
Well, I was already in Afro beats from Afro beats when no one was listening to Afro beats. Shout out to Pato Rankin and Yemi Alade, my homies from across the pond, who I'm great friends with. Like Pato Rankin is like amazing. Like, he's such an amazing person. He always reaches out to me and he'd be like, yo, I see you. I was like, what you mean? He's like, I just want to let you know I see you. And because of like peers like that, I've been able to say to myself, is music everything? Yes, it's everything to me. Have I done everything in music that I want to do? No. But I knew there was a point in time I was moving more into TV and film. On TV, like I had songs on 50 Cent shows, a couple of Raising Kanan. I'm sorry, don't be mad at me. I don't really watch them because I try not to watch them. So I'm not, when I write songs for shows like that, like I get it. I just know the scene that you're giving me and what you want me to write it for. So I try to like stay out of it. But I started doing a lot of shows on, Netflix and Showtime and HBO, and my catalog was like a very heavily synced catalog in film and television. And film and television was just obvious for me where I was going in my career, because the artists started changing, and I wasn't sure if that's where I wanted to be anymore. Like, artists wasn't really pushing the envelope anymore. There was a lot of people afraid to take risks. Labels were becoming complacent, and nobody wanted to work on things. Like, there were so many gems out there, nobody was signing them. Like Doechii, like I think she's amazing, she's great, but you also are signed to a label, homie. I'm not saying her journey wasn't a struggle, but a lot of people don't have that. And these I like when she said, I think it was in her Grammy speech, like, yo, there's talent out here in Florida. Like, you labels need to come down here. And it's like, I hope they hear her and listen to her, because there's so many people with gems out here. Because we need a shift. We need new talent. I think people just ran to her because they just want something new. Something different, yeah. They want something different. Like, we're just regurgitating the same artists over and over and over again. And it's like, even in this genre, even in soca, they want newness. They want new people. They want to see a new vibe emerge. And the same thing for my career. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all get back together and start bringing some of this newness in that we need. And I had started as in film and television. A lot of people don't know that about my career, and I knew I was going to get back to directing and writing films and scoring films, but I wasn't sure I was going to do it this early in my career. And I had a life-changing incident that happened to me in 2023. And as I was in the hospital recovering, I said, I just kept hearing, you need to start directing. You need to put your films out. You need to really focus on this. And I didn't know what that meant, and I didn't know what it looked like at the time. But when I did get out the hospital after a long recuperation, I was like, oh, you said that you need to know, it's like, what am I going to do with my voice now? And I opened up a book, and it did not stop. Like 6 months later. And then I teamed up with my business manager. His name is Judy Sannon. And I didn't know how to say it. I was like, how do I say it? Like, I want to create a network. Like, I want to create this production house and production company. And he was like, say what's on your heart. It looks like you want to say something. And I told him, and when I told him that, he was like really quiet on the phone. And I was like, why are you so quiet? And he goes, I was praying this morning, and I was asking God, like, I have so many opportunities, but I somehow keep giving it to the wrong people. Please, God, send me someone who I should work with. And he's like, I finished my prayer and then you called.
To God be the glory.
Absolutely. And I was like, oh, wow. And I said, well, I wanna really get my films out there, and I don't know what that is, and I don't know where to start. He goes, well, this is where we start. And that was like almost 2 years ago. Almost close to 2 years ago.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Before I met you, I thank God for introducing me to you.
Really?
You don't understand how deep this is. When I say purpose, this is purpose. I thank God for introducing me to you. And I drove down. And on the way down, I had got news my grandmother had passed away as well.
No.
It didn't stop the purpose, though. I had to meet you. So for me, when I came there, I said, I had to meet you. Remember what I said, I had to meet you. It was an honor to meet you. It was really an honor to meet you. So I am so grateful to have you on this platform. Grateful. I'm going to tell you something. Every day I wake up, I live a life of gratitude. I'm grateful for every moment. Every moment. I don't guess my purpose. I walk in my purpose. So all of this is purpose for me. So again, I want to tell you thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you on this platform.
I appreciate it. And I hope that you keep using your platform to raise people up and remind them that this is why we're doing what we do. You're a great person, and you are spreading such a positive and passionate words. And I hope you continue to do that. I'm sure your grandma is looking at you right now like, that's my boy. You know, we never say goodbye. We just say hello till next time.
Correct. Well, for me, I'll tell you something. And some people don't understand why I do what I do. I'm in debt to everyone who believed in me. When it comes down to my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my father, my friends who are no longer here, my cousins, my aunts, I owe everyone, whoever spoke life into me, I owe them to be the best version of myself. So every day, I get up and I take advantage of every day. Every day. That's how I live my life, purposeful.
You have to be reminded of that. And your purpose today was to remind me of that, because I didn't have to be here.
I know, you told me, so I'm going to be there for you.
Oh, absolutely. Not just here, in life.
Yeah.
I was almost not here just 2 years ago. That's what I mean. Like, and every day, I have a friend right now who's going through stage 4 cancer. She's only 27 years old. Lung cancer, never smoked a day in her life.
Wow.
And I said to her, Kristen, you just got to get up. You have to get up. No matter what. No matter what they walk in every day and they tell you. You went from being completely fit, healthy girl to now, 3 tubes sticking out of your chest. And I know what that feels like. So I said to her, every day that you're up and you're able to do one thing is a win. And so for me, just like being able to start this new journey in films and is a win. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they become blockbusters or, indies. The fact that I'm here to be able to revel in that is great. The fact that you're here to sit here and do something that you choose to do and you love to do is great. Those are the things that I think we take advantage. We don't take advantage of every day. And I love my husband for allowing me to take all these risks, because I find like in a lot of marriages or couples, we're each other's back. We're each other's hype person. There's nobody else there that's going to do that like that person. So it's important that you take a moment and just say, hey, I think you should do it. I've never wanted to give in, but I was like, you know what? This is becoming a lot. My kids are now at an age where, they're going into those preteen years and, you really want to focus on them. And to me, I want to raise children that need to rely on no one.
Yeah.
That's my goal. And I was like, babe, I don't know. This company is a lot. I might have bit off a lot. He goes, no, you didn't. I watch you do this every day. You're gonna people are gonna see these films. So you just need to keep on going. Whatever we need to do, we'll figure it out, and we'll figure it out together. You know, but they're gonna be okay. You know, and so I'm just grateful to have people around me like that. And I think we all can make choices of who we have around us to make sure that they are uplifting us and giving us the juice we need to continue. You know, like I'm hope on your way home. You didn't regret coming down.
No. This is an honor.
Okay.
This is an honor to be here with you today.
Happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a blessing to be here.
I'm really glad. I have a show today that we're doing in West Palm Beach today, and you gave me the the win to get out there and go do it, because you did something in a time where you didn't have to. So thank you so much.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on this platform.
No problem.
Do you have any way people could reach you?
Yeah, of course. You can always find me on Instagram. Everything is Angela Hunt. They can go to angelahunt.com. I have a brand new foundation called WMP, Women Means Power. You can go on that website, WMP.com, and look that up. It is an amazing incentive that I've just started. We're going to be nonprofit. We are setting off. We actually had a soft launch this past April, I think it was April. Yeah. I truly believe that in where we are today, I really want to help women. I'm not saying that it's too late for us. No. I do tell my adult women, whatever point you are in your life, IT needs to be in your life. Tech needs to be in your life.
Especially today's day.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
But WMP, we are starting at the root. So we are raising money and funds for girls to go to school. Okay. To me, I could have got with a lot of organizations and done a lot of different things, but that's striking at the core. We need this education. Education will win every single time. And if you just have someone to take care of everything so you can just really focus on being that, we have to create the leaders. And the way to create the leaders is to make sure they're getting the education that they need. And it's not that I didn't want to help the men. I really needed to help the women because we have it a lot harder. And women need to know, like, yes, being in front of the camera is great, but they are amazing. They are lawyers. They are cameramen. They are engineers. You know, AI is going to take over the healthcare world. Right. The doctors cannot talk to the computers. So you need that person in the middle. That is a huge profession right now. There are people who are like, okay, well, I'm talking to the doctors and I'm making sure they're all there. It's just so much. It's so exciting. And I'm so excited for this foundation. And like the day the first girl goes to college, like I'm awaiting that day. It takes a lot of time, work, but that's something I'm truly passionate about right now. And my production company is called Cyla. CYLA, and we have some incredible films coming out and that we're working on, and I'm excited about that. I'm not directing all of them. I just probably like one or two because I don't really want to sit in that seat. I want to discover people who want to do it and help them say, hey, this is my film. You want to direct it? Go ahead, do your thing. So kind of like a different approach, and teaming up with some other houses to help our brand become something that, you know, can be seen. And you can find me everywhere. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, all the Angela Hunt threads, you name it. We have a lot of things coming out. So we may seem kind of quiet, but it's just because we have so much we're working on and we're trying to put it all out constantly. But it's just the wheels are constantly moving.
Well, I'm going to say I'm excited for the future.
Me too.
And I can't wait to watch some of these films.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Experience the One. If y'all have any questions or want to know something, or please don't hesitate to DM me at Experience the One or leave a comment. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.